If I can fly a helicopter, you can too. Hey everyone, Chris here, the RC Geek. Now, you might have noticed it's been a little while since my last post. The truth of the matter is, I've been crazy busy with work. I started working with Motion RC. I'm stoked to be working there. It's an incredible team, but man, just trying to find time to build has been a lot harder because I've had so many projects going on, and so just trying to manage it all has been really tough. That being said, I thought it'd be fun to feature some of the work projects that, I've got going on that I can at least talk about. And so for me, like one of the coolest RCs that I can think of are really scale helicopters. And so one of the things that we've got going are these incredible GPS stabilized helicopters, which make a guy like me able to fly a helicopter super easily. I've always been intimidated. I've always loved the looks of scale helis, but I just didn't want to spend the time. I love airplanes. If I'm going to fly something, I'm going to go fly an airplane because I can do it all day long. Taking a lot of time learning to fly a helicopter proficiently, it takes a lot of practice. This makes it accessible for a guy like me who loves airplanes but loves helis too and wants to be able to fly them, just doesn't want to have to spend all of that time getting super proficient. And so this is the RotorScale Airwolf, 470 size Airwolf, and these are amazing machines. I've had a chance to do some of the later development on these. My teammate Seth, he did all of the initial development and he has done an amazing job with these helicopters. They're absolutely incredible, and the GPS stabilization is what makes it so easy to fly. The cool thing with the Airwolf, it's from the iconic TV show. Every time I'm flying this thing, I can't help but sing the TV show theme music to myself. Mamma mia. The cool thing about this one is we've got retracts out of the box. This comes with everything you need. Battery, transmitter, completely ready to fly. All you gotta do is supply 4 AA batteries for the transmitter and that's it. It's actually a really simple process. We're going to start. We're gonna have all the switches full. We're gonna power this up. All right, we're gonna put that in the cut position. And then we'll power this up, put the battery in. So what you're gonna see here is there's this light here. And so that is your GPS indicator. And so right now it is searching for GPS signal. And so while we're waiting for that to happen, I wanna talk about the switches on here because all of the helis in the 470 lineup have some sort of a feature. And so this one has the retracts, and I can show you those. That's probably one of my favorite features. We've had a tough time actually keeping these in stock. Mamma mia. You have 3 different modes here, okay? So you got GPS, which is this switch here. You go to the middle, you got an angle mode, and then you go down here, and that's full manual mode. When you are here in GPS, you've got full GPS stabilization. The helicopter is happy. It's gonna hold altitude like crazy. When you go into angle mode, now you're more in control of the altitude. So you're gonna have to be a bit more active on the cyclic to keep it going. And then full manual, if you really wanted to go for it, you can do, full rolls and all of that stuff. I'm not that guy. And so we're gonna stay in GPS mode. We'll go down to angle mode for a bit because it gets a bit more speed and it's still really easy to fly because it gives you the angle limit. You're not going to go past anything, get into trouble. We've got a single flashing green, so that means that we've got our GPS acquired, and so hatch is on, and so let's take it out to the runway, fly this thing. If I can fly a helicopter, you can too. It's incredible. All right, here we go. So we're gonna start this up. We've got throttle cut on. We're gonna put this into the corner like this for about 5 seconds. Release and hit run. She's gonna start spooling up. All right, sounds like we've got the head speed now. So we're gonna lift off. Pull the gear up. There we go. We are flying a helicopter. And so the thing about it is like, it's kind of like, almost like steering a ship, because you have to be way more active on the rudder on a helicopter, because you got to steer the nose around in the direction that you want it to go. And so, you know, full forward is going to get you moving. You can bank, give it some rudder to turn the nose, because if you just hit, you know, the roll, it's not really going to turn, it'll bank, but you really have to get the nose pushed around. I had to do it. I had to do it. The other cool thing about this is the wind. It handles winds so well. So what I'm going to do, let me turn it around, and I'm just going to hands off, and it's just going to hold altitude like that. That's the GPS. So now we're going to push forward, just move it, and that's all I got to do if I want to go in a straight line. It's pretty cool. All right, so this has all been in GPS mode. So now I'm going to climb up a little bit, and we're going to go into angle mode, and you'll see that it's going to go a bit faster. So I'm hovering, I'm going to switch to angle mode. I'm going to need to anticipate on the cyclic, and so now I can show you how fast it goes. Let me turn it around. So you have to be much more active on, you know, what I'll call the throttle. But it cooks pretty good at full speed in the angle mode. All right, so this is full speed. All right, let's slow it down. We'll go back into the GPS mode. We'll keep it in a little closer, fly it a little tighter. All right, so let me do this. Let me drop the gear. We'll do a quick landing, and then we'll take off again. All right, on the ground. All right, let's take off again. Gear up. The reason I wanted to do that is I wanted to show, you know, manual landing, because this has auto return to home. So I wanted to show that function. Get a couple more passes in, and then we'll do the auto return to home. So you do have to be in GPS mode to do that. And so, all right, let's. All right, here we go. So it may end up climbing if it's not at the altitude it wants to be at. All right, it's going to climb a little bit. Return to home is on right here. And I'm completely hands off on this. So as it comes down, I'll drop the gear. And you do have some basic control if you need to reposition slightly. But all right, we'll drop the gear. And when it touches down also, it'll auto cut off all the motors and stuff. Completely hands off. And there it goes. I did it! All right, guys, so I, who have never really flown helicopters much, I've flown drones a bit. I have flown and tried to fly helicopters in the simulator, not the most successfully, but I flew a helicopter. Mamma mia! And I have been flying a couple of these just regularly to get used to it and to learn how to fly helis. It's amazing technology, and if you get into trouble, you hit auto return to home and it'll auto land the thing for you. My next step is eventually working up to trying to fly in the manual mode. But you know, guys, I've been so busy. I've been trying to get some building in and I haven't. I really just wanted to feature something really cool that I've had the opportunity to work on. There's some other stuff that I want to feature too. I do have some builds coming, but man, it's been a crazy summer. So I just wanted to drop a new video, guys, show you what I've been up to a little bit. You know, I haven't been building, I've been doing a lot of flying actually with work and stuff. That's been really awesome. These helicopters are incredible. Seth did an amazing job on these. I've been helping out on some of the future ones. We've got lots of really cool new stuff coming, and so be sure to keep an eye on the website. But otherwise, I've got linked down in the description for this one. There's a whole series of these. We've got a Huey, Airwolf, Bell 206, and an MD500. This one's got the retracts. The Huey's got the ordnance. Bell 206 has a water drop, and then the MD500's it's a sheriff scheme with a searchlight or spotlight. All right, guys, thanks so much for just following along. Thank you for your patience as I've worked through this kind of new schedule. I've got a new build that I'm hoping to start up here actually really soon, and I'm gearing up for that. I had teased the D9, but you know, sometimes you just kind of excited about something and then you lose interest, and so kind of lost interest, and so I'm going to transition to something else. It's a jet build. Just love my jets. So thanks so much, guys, and until next time, I'll see you at the field.